it's a dove, and everything grows with a drop of love. We're all hanging on tooth and nail. It's a rocky road, this pilgrim trail. Pilgrim trail, pilgrim trail. Sometimes heaven, sometimes hell. Pilgrim trail, pilgrim trail. Let's meet up down the pilgrim trail. Every wind longs for a sail, like every campfire needs a tale. We're on this freight train going down the rail, together on this pilgrim's trail. Pilgrim trail, pilgrim trail. Sometimes heaven, sometimes hell. Pilgrim trail, pilgrim trail. Where everything is up for sale. Pilgrim trail, pilgrim trail. Let's meet up down the pilgrim trail. Past the point of no return, baby, on the summer night. A shot of love and a spark of life to breathe. The stars align and the month times night burn like a dried out leaf. Are we leaving on the next train, baby? I do believe. Come on, let's ride this train. Come on, let's ride this train. Now I ain't missed a 9 to 5, I don't hear it in my song. I'm gonna pull my weight, don't get me wrong. Brand new start and a whole new part, they are big old shoes to fill. I'll be there on that platform, babe, you know I will. Come on, let's ride this train. Come on, let's ride this train. Now nothing is this run for life, you'll never find its match. So you live to be a million years. All hearts are lost by default in the time of a single beat. We're leaving on the next train, babe, so take your seat. All right. Oh, come on, let's ride this train. Yeah, come on, let's ride this train. Oh, come on, let's ride this train. Oh, come on, let's ride this train. Let's ride this train now.
Well, hello everyone, and welcome to tonight's live stream. I'm Tom Kovichak, and this is Tom's Trains and Things. I want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. We're coming up on that holiday pretty soon, and we're going to be going out of town, so please drive safely because I don't like any congestion or anything. We're leaving Wednesday, so we're going to Orlando. But today's topic is, where is it anyway? Where did I write that down? Okay. It is why your comments to the FTC are extremely important. For the last 20 years, ever since the FTC has been there and then the COPPA rule has been established, the only comments that COPPA and FTC has been getting is from child advocacy groups. Now, they opened up the comment section on their website. It was actually closed October 23rd, but one YouTuber who is an attorney, used to be Jeremy Johnson, he's the one that started the petition thing and all that other stuff. He went to the FTC and he got them to extend the comment section out to December 9th. Now, why is it important to us? Because this is our opportunity to express our views on the rule changes, because they plan on changing the rules. And then now this is my opinion, and why, and this is part of it. Why are they trying to change the rules? Because right now, even though they said it's like fish in a barrel, you know, they'll be picking off creators. Well, right now, they don't have any jurisdiction over the creators. The only jurisdiction they have is over YouTube, the website operator, or social media platform. So that they have never gone after a content creator on anything that I'm aware of. And, you know, other people have said that also, especially attorneys. Now, I've been watching a couple of attorneys, not this one that's the doom and gloom guy that said, hey, I got an anonymous phone call overnight. I know it was anonymous because on the thing over there, it said private number, and it was a YouTube employee. Okay. Don't listen to this guy here. He's an attorney. He's got his opinion, but he's trying to get as many views as he can. I can't remember what his name is, but I know everybody's seen him. But I got some information here. All this past week, I've been going on and watching different videos and reading all the documents and everything that's available for this. And I was really sick about it. I was really worried about everything on there until I watched a video tonight. And after I watched that video, my mind was made up that everything is going to be all right. Thank you, Captain Wilmer. You saved the day. I don't know what I'd do without you saving the day, going out and helping us, all these model railroaders here. So thank you, Captain Wilmer. I really appreciate it. And if anybody hasn't seen that video yet, Indian Head Railroad, Wilmer did a pretty good video today. So I think I don't have anything else to say. After that, he did the trick. No, but anyway, I want to go over some of the things that I found. And the first thing is on Friday. I wanted to do this Friday night, but I figured, I'll just wait and I'll do a little bit more research into it. FTC put out a memo or a document, whatever you want to call it. Kristen Cohen is Assistant Director, Division of Privacy and Identity Protection. They published the thing November 22nd, Friday at about 12:56 p.m., trying to clarify things for YouTube creators. They didn't do a very good job of it. Not very good. But I'll go over some of this right here. And basically, it's all the same stuff that... Now, this is... Let me go up to the top first. And the link is, all the links that I'm talking about is in the description, including the attorney's sites. I have a vlog, a vidIQ vlog that was on September 6th, where I can't remember the guy's name, but it's it's in the description if you want to look there. But he got to talk to a lot of people at YouTube, and I'm getting away from what I'm talking about here. But anyway, I'll talk about him later. But like I said, all the links are in the description about this. Now, basically, this document right here goes through everything that they were, you know, the FTC and YouTube went through, and how COPPA applies to channel owners. Okay, so how does COPPA apply to channel owners who upload their content to YouTube and other third-party platforms? COPPA applies in the same way it would if the channel owner had its own website or app. If a channel owner uploads content to a platform like YouTube, the channel might need to meet the definition of a website or online service. Now, I think this is what they're trying to establish in this rule change, to make the content creator an owner, because as things are right now, and I'll go a little bit further into it, explaining why, but they don't have the jurisdiction right now to go after the content creators. But I think they're trying to get it in the language of the new rules where they could go after it. Right now, their only recourse is to pressure YouTube to do something about their own creators, their content creators. But as far as shooting the fish in the barrel, I don't think that they have the authority to do that right now, but it looks like that is what they are going after. And I'll go over a few more things here pretty soon. Okay, how channel owners can determine if their content is directed to children. Now, all this right here is basically the same thing that we've always heard in all the documents from the FTC and from YouTube. So that's nothing new. But when they go further down, they are talking about what they actually look like, what they actually looked at in their settlement. And this has always been out there, but I guess nobody really paid attention to it. If you remember on the last video or live stream that I did last Monday, I talked about I gave you the link for the settlement and everything, and all the documents were in there. Well, what I'm going to show you now is one of those documents, and it refers you to this right here. And let me see if I could find it right here. Okay, pages 10 to 14. And I just brought this up for a second time. I had it over here bigger. Okay, so we'll get the bigger version right here. But actually, this is the actual complaint for permanent injunction, civil penalties, and other equitable relief. That this is the legal document right here. So rules, and this goes through there all the time. The rules applies to any operator of a commercial website or online service directed to children under 13. Well, we know that. I mean, that's YouTube, that's any online service. But nowhere in there do they say anything about the content creator. Okay, personal information is collected and maintained on behalf of the operator, with the operator benefits by allowing another person to collect information directly from users of such. Now, this is something that I think that they're trying to expand on. But the whole thing is about the cookies that YouTube is using. All the content that was made for kids was on the kids app, but it was also on the main YouTube, and that's what the FTC is going at, why they went after him, because they also put it on main YouTube and got the cookies on there for the higher revenue. Okay, and this just goes into more and more things here. But what I wanted to get to was down here. Okay, definitions. Now, I did a search on this. Now, they put third party in the definitions, but nowhere in this complaint do they reference any third party. So this is something that they may be looking at in the future. So as described below, commercial entities operating child-directed channels on defendants' YouTube platform are operators under the COPPA rule as they permit defendants to collect personal information. Okay, they're establishing, what they went after. Okay, now let's get down to the meat and potatoes of this thing. Okay, now they talk about YouTube Kids. In addition to what they had on YouTube Kids, they had they put it on the main website. Now, they give examples of channels here. Now, I'm going to show you these channels. In addition to marketing YouTube as top destination for kid defendants have content rating systems that categorize content into age groups. Now, we didn't know about this. YouTube categorizes each one of your channels and each one of your videos and puts a designation on it, but they don't tell you about it. Now, the one that is the killer is the Y, which is from 0 to 7. Okay, that's right. Boom, right there. Now, if it's G, it's intended for any age. PG, general intended for ages 10 and up, and blah, 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 all this stuff right here. Now, this is stuff that YouTube never told anybody that, but while they were doing their investigations, this is what they found. Defendants do not treat Y-rated channels or videos differently for purposes of data collection from the other contents of YouTube. This is what got them in trouble right there, because they were putting the same cookies that tracks the information on the videos that were on YouTube Kids and on the regular YouTube. Then they go on to say that they created the YouTube's Kids app, blah, blah, blah. Okay, here we go down to, is this, where are we here? Okay, okay, now, here we go. Let's put this back up here. The toy brand, Mattel. Okay. Has several popular YouTube channels, including Barbie, Monster High, Hot Wheels, and Thomas and Friends. Does that sound familiar, Thomas and Friends? Content from each of these channels regularly appear on YouTube Kids and has been featured on its home canvas. So since the Kids app, it was only mobile, then when they talk about Canvas, it's on the web browser. There's a YouTube Kid on web browsers, from what I understand. I've never been on it, but that's what I've been told. These channels each show videos relating to popular children's toys. For example, the Barbie YouTube channel has animations, animated videos, and blah, blah, blah about that. Now, all you people that are worried about is your channel going to get targeted? Okay, I'm going to put up here what some of those channels that they were looking at. This is what the FTC was looking at, and they specifically named some of these channels here. Masha and the Bear. Okay, 9.12 million subscribers. They are definitely kid targeted. Okay, the next one is Bratelay. Okay, also kid targeted. And we're coming up to the next one here. And Sandaroo Kids, also targeting kids. 6.3 million subscribers. And here's another one. Evan Tube. This kid started when he was 5 years old doing reviews. He's 11 years old now. He's got 6.49 million subscribers, and you can see he's got a $700 Lego Star Wars set there that he's reviewing. Now, I bet you he makes some money on that, because that's $700, and he bought another one just to give away to his audience. So that is some of the channels that they were looking at. Okay, now here's this is my opinion. I'm not a lawyer, but I stayed at a Holiday Inn the other night. I told you that before. Why didn't they go after those channels when they had the opportunity? They were looking at them, but they went after YouTube. And for all of you that think that you're safe going over to Facebook and everything else, they find Facebook already. They already have an agreement with Facebook. So that's hit too. TikTok was hit. They find TikTok. They talk about hitting this other channel that was a dress-up channel, dress-up website that that they hit, and they fined them $35,000 for it. Now, in everything, they talk about, you know, the $42,530. That is a maximum fine, and most likely, what they said in the fish in a barrel thing is that they were going to go after you and fine you that. But later on, if you watch the entire video, it's like 47 minutes long. They have a Q&A session in there, and they explain a lot of things. A lot of people didn't watch that part of it. All they concentrated on was the fish in a barrel statement, which what I concentrated on in the beginning. But then I watched the entire video and a lot of other videos put out by the FTC. And they explained that they use a multiplier. They figure out how much the entity, or, you know, you as a creator make on that video or whatever you're putting the cookies on, and what revenue you make, they use a multiplier, and that is what your fine is. Well, I can't say for sure, but they talked about, you know, in this document that I just showed you over here. Okay. This document right here, someplace else in there. Now, all this right here is all the different companies that they or websites that they looked at. Okay. Here's what I'm talking about here. Defendants earned close to $50 million from behavioral advertising on these channels, which presents only a few examples of possible universe of child-directed content on YouTube. Now, they fined them $170,000 or $170 million. Now, they said that they use a multiplier on, and they calculate that on what their revenue was. So for 50 million, it's probably 3.175 or something like that. Whatever, you know, 170 million is of $50 million. That's how they figured it out. That's my opinion right there. Don't take me at my word. I'm not an attorney, but I did stay at a Holiday Inn Express. So that's that part of it. Now, there are two videos that that the FTC put out that were workshops. Now, they put these videos on and did these workshops to find out how they could change the rules on there. And I have the links in the description. Links are in the description. And what I wanted to tell you about is the first video is almost 2 hours long, and the second video is almost 5 hours long. So a lot of that stuff was boring. Debbie said I was snoring through a lot of it, and I believe her, because I was dozing off and I was waking myself up snorting. So, you know, there were some really boring parts in there, but I watched the video, and what really caught my eye. Now, there was a doctor that did a study on child behavior with, their parents' cell phone or laptop or tablet, anything on social media. She was granted a certain amount of money from National Institutes of Health to do this study, and she did a very good study. But what really got me was her ending statement. Now, this is Dr. Rudusky, and closing was disturbing. This is my notes to myself. And this is what she said. Parents already have too much on their minds. They don't need the added pressure of policing their children. So that's the kind of people that the FTC has been listening to with that, trying to take it off the parents. The parents are the ones that are supposed to be, policing their own children, but they're not. All they have to do is take this cell phone or the tablet and punch in a few things to make it kids safe, but they don't do that. And that's why the FTC went after YouTube. Now, YouTube, I'm not saying they didn't do anything wrong. They did stuff wrong because the stuff that they had on the kids' app, they also had on the main YouTube channel. So, but that right there, and there was more people on there that they had different panels. They had somebody speak, and then they had guests that would sit down, and then there was like a Q&A session, and they would go over certain topics. And this was an all-day thing. Like I said, it's almost 7 hours of video, but the only people there from YouTube was an attorney. He was in one of the panels, and there was somebody else that was a creator that I didn't recognize the name, but he didn't have very much to say on YouTube. Now, they're having another meeting like this on December 9th, and that is the cutoff day for all this stuff right here. Now, there are creators that are going to be in that discussion because I watched some videos, and I'll give you the names of the people that I watched, because they are attorneys that actually go through all the documents and say, analyze everything that's on there. All these other ones that are on there, the attorneys, they're just, doom and gloom and, blah, 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 all this lawyer talk about, how they're going to come down on you. You still have to comply with it, but it's not as bad as everybody's making it out to be. It's going to be bad, yes. The revenue is going to be cut because they won't, if you designate yourself if you designate a video for kids, it's going to put different kinds of ads on there. The video isn't going to be deleted. You're going to lose comments on there, and you're going to lose the push that YouTube puts on it. Now, I'm trying to think of this guy's name, and I have it in the description. Let me take a look at what I have in the description. I wrote his name down there. Okay, here we go. And I just listened to a podcast of his. Now, he actually talked to the people at YouTube. Now, every mostly everybody with over 100,000 subscribers has a creator manager that they could talk to at YouTube. Now, this guy, he's got his kids for the last maybe 10 years doing YouTube stuff. Let me see, what's his name? Where did I put it? Okay, channel, content, news, events, blog, business. Where did I put it? I know I just had it in there. Okay, I got so many links in there right now. Did it not show up? FTC. Do you have a comment? Sign the petition. Okay, Daryl Eves, YouTube creators video. More links to follow. COPPA. This must not have been updated. Okay, let me refresh it. But anyway, Sean somebody. Okay, I just refreshed it. Now let me see if it'll show up on there, because I just put it on there right before I did the live stream. Sean McKnight. Okay, he has girls on there that, you know, have had their channels on there. He's got silver play buttons. He's got gold play buttons for his kids' channels. He's really involved in it, but his content is over the 13 part, and he's lucky about that. But check out all these links that I have down there to see all this information. That what's going on is, you know, and I've seen a lot of people talk about, what do they call it? Mixed audience site. Now, that one attorney that said, oh, you know, I got an anonymous phone call. He was talking about that mixed anonymous site. Yes, that was in the rules in 2013. That's what was changed in the rules. That was in there, but it wasn't in the settlement that YouTube agreed to. YouTube only did what they had to do that was in the settlement with the FTC, and the FTC did not put that mixed audience option in there. So when the FTC wrote up their complaint, they said you either have to, you know, your creators either have to put in it's for kids or not for kids, but they did not put in the stipulation for the mixed audience site. That's what everybody's talking about, and about, you know, about, oh, YouTube is screwing the creator because they didn't put in there. They didn't put it in there because they didn't have to. They put in what they had to from the settlement with the FTC. Another thing in the settlement. Okay, let me see where it's at. Not the settlement, but the complaint was all these channels self-designated as kids channels. So in their about page, they, and some of them changed it already, because I had this up on, I looked at it. In the complaint, they showed this one in the about page where it says that they were, you know, child, you know, for kids under the age, you know, between the age of 3 and 8 or something like that for this content. Well, they changed their about page. Now, whether they're going to change anything else on here, I don't know. They're going to take a big hit on their revenue, but that is one of the things that why the FTC caught it, because right in their about page they said they were for kids. Now, there was other things on there. Let me see if I can bring it up here. Boom. Oh, not that one. Okay. There was other things on there. In 3 of the channels, they had this statement in there: popular videos on YouTube Kids for a 90-day period in 2016. These are the channels that they're looking at. Okay, they're kids channels, but nowhere in here did they say anything about gaming, or they referenced Thomas and Friends, but as from Mattel on their website, but they didn't say anything about, you know, whether that was kid friendly or not. So I hope I eased your mind a little bit on there. There is a couple of other things on there. Let me see. Now, I talked about the FTC workshop. There's 2 videos on there. One's almost 2 hours. One's almost 5 hours long. I don't expect you to watch it, but go through some of it and see what some of these people are feeding to the FTC, because this is the only thing that they've been hearing for a long time. This comment, and let me bring up the comment page here. I just had it up there just a little while ago. They want me to do a survey. Okay, no thanks. This is where you go, and the link is in the description again, to make your comment. You got 5,000 characters that you can make on the comment. In my community tab, I have one of the comments that I sent. I'm working on some more comments. I'm going to send some more comments to them. The more, the better. Say anything you want, just don't get nasty with them. Tell them in a nice voice that you're a content creator or you watch content on YouTube. You don't have to be a creator. Even if you watch YouTube videos, it affects you too, because this is what's the future of YouTube. You got to go in there and just make a comment. Tell them how you feel about it without really being nasty, because once you start getting nasty on it, they're going to throw that comment out and they're not going to read it. Be civil about it and tell them how you feel about it. Now, let me see what I did on mine. Let me see. Let me pull my website up here. Okay, community tab. Boom, boom, boom. Comment. Where's my comment? Okay, here it is right here. Let me pull this up. Okay, basically, I have been a content creator on YouTube for over 12 years with multiple channels. All my content is for adult viewing, but with the vague description given as to what is directed towards children needs to be addressed with more clarity. Even though it's my opinion, my content is not for children. You at the FTC can find me and have YouTube remove my channel at the discretion of someone in your organization, because they may be something you deem as for kids in the video. Are my grandchildren put at risk because I made videos with them in the content, even though the content was to share with the rest of my family? Is my channel or financial situation at risk because I feel this content is not for kids, but you feel it is? Now, I thought this was a pretty good example right here. I'm sure you're well aware of Mr. Fred Rogers. If he was a YouTuber today, his content would be definitely marked as for children because it's a children's program. But his entire channel would not be promoted by YouTube and would not reach the intended audience, which is children. That channel would be doomed from the start. This is how other channels on YouTube are being treated by this ruling. Granted, they are not Mr. Rogers' neighborhood, but this is the type of content you are suppressing from being created by this ruling. These YouTube creators will either lose their livelihood or revert to more adult content. What's stopping the children from watching content intended for a more mature audience that these same content creators will be forced to produce because of this ruling? This content will be marked not for children, but those same children will be watching more mature content on those same channels because of the ruling. How is that beneficial to children? Now, at the very bottom of it, I took it from the examples that are, and everybody else put the links in there. I think it was from Daryl Eves' video on, and they gave talking points for this. And we asked the FTC to provide an enforcement statement for creators, clarify the definition of child-directed and not expand it to cover child-attractive content, and delay enforcement against creators until the FTC concludes its review of COPPA. Now, like I said earlier, they did a rule change back in 2013, but that rule change took over 3 years to take effect because they started out with a comment session like this. They went to the workshops, then they went back to comments, and then more workshops and comments and more workshops, and finally came up with the new rules in there. Now, this is what I don't understand. We elect officials to make rules. They're called lawmakers for a reason. Okay, they're elected officials, but the people at the FTC are not elected officials. So why are they changing the rules that Congress made in 1998? They're revising it. They're revising it to fit today. But why doesn't Congress do that? Well, I have a good reason for it, but I'm not going to say it here. But anyway, let me get to some of these comments here. But that's my take on this. Go ahead, and all the links are in the description. Do your comment and do several comments, because that's our only voice. And if you take a look at those videos of what people are talking about that the FTC is listening to, you'll understand why, I put this video out here today, because you need to put those comments in there, because these people are nuts. Even though the parents are to blame because they are not taking the time to have to do their cell phones, to do their tablets, and all they have to do is a couple of steps to make that safe for the child, but the parents don't do it. In my opinion, the parent is the first line of defense, but they're failing their own children in this. And the content creators, YouTube is taking the hit for it because the parents aren't doing their job. Okay, let me review some of these comments on here. I see one from Container Man. Let me put this up here right now. Have you talked with Nancy Jones? I haven't talked to her personally, but she was on the live stream last Monday, and I think she was quite clear with it. I think she was convinced that she didn't need to do anything drastic. I'm hoping that's how it goes, but if you know anything different, let me know. Okay, so let me go back a little bit on some of these comments here, and then we'll get into some model railroading stuff. Okay, let me go all the way back. Okay, let me go into the queue. Okay, first of all, hello, welcome to tonight's stream. Okay. I saved these. If I watch with both eyes, does that count as one more watching? Yes, it does. I got 2 views from you. Okay. Only if one eye is on the back of your head, keep my mother had. Okay. All right. Taz Country 1, I think you were here last week. Guys, new modeler here. I need all the help I can get. Like I said last week, watch all the videos, watch all the live streams, and if you got any questions, you could ask them here on any live streams. You could send me an email, tomstrains&things@gmail.com if you want to do it that way. But everybody is here to help everybody else. So, with that said, let me go back and... Okay, so let me go back as far. Okay, James said, check your channel analytics for viewer ages. All mine are over 33 through 54 years old. Yeah, Sparky did a video the other night I watched, and he was talking about, look at your analytics. Here's another thing. Now, in the settlement, they were caught for having cookies by personal identifiers for children. But in the settlement, they are supposed to personally identify. They are supposed to do cookies to be able to tell whether kids are watching on the regular YouTube or not. So they're getting them for putting cookies on their device, but now they're telling them to put cookies on the device to track them, so they won't be, so they won't have directed stuff that is not intended for them. So does that make sense? But anyway, that's what that's what part of the ruling was. If you look into all this stuff that I've been looking into, you'd be amazed. Okay, let me see. Let's go down to the next page. I'm a little bit behind here. Okay, here we go. Now, share this stream with all social media and give it a thumbs up when you like it. There you go. Thank you. All right. So, you can also do a super chat. You could do PayPal. You could do Patreon. You could do Amazon. Anything would help. And they got those nice little stickers now that with the little pears and everything on there that you could do. It doesn't matter. Just do a PayPal or something like that, or a Patreon or a super chat. Okay, so here we go. Let's get that out of the way. That is the impression I got. Even the attorneys are confused. Yeah, there's a lot of attorneys out there that don't really look at this stuff, but let me show you the two attorneys that I've been watching here. The Hogue Law business law firm. Now, when he started this about a week ago, he had about maybe 1,500 less subscribers. So he's picked up quite a few subscribers. He goes through everything on the contract, he goes through the documents word by word. I mean, not every single word on it, but he picks out the most important stuff and explains it. He is the only attorney that I've found on YouTube that actually does that. The other one is, where's he's at? J House Law. Now, this is the attorney that started this all with the he went to the FTC when the ruling first came out, and he talked to them to get the comments extended to December 9th. And he also talked to him about a lot of other things, and he's the one that started that petition, so you could I guess it goes to YouTube, but those are the only two that I really looked at. Now there was another, there's a couple on there that really I would call them ambulance chasers, for lack of a better word. Okay, here we go. We in UK, okay, let me start this over. We in UK think guns do more damage than videos. Well, they could do more damage, but I agree with that. So do knives and everything else. All right, I just posted my first video a few days ago. Don't know if I plan to do more, but I have no interest in getting money for my videos. Am I safe? If your video is not child directed, you are safe as long as you mark it not for kids. If you don't have anything in there that your intention was, yeah, there we go. You did not target an audience 13 or younger. And this is correct. And YouTube collects that information, not the creator. So how is YouTube going to pass that on to a creator? Or are they going to start telling us all that information? I don't want it. I don't need to post on my videos. Yeah. See, that's the sticking point there. And you got to go by the rules. And right now, the way I see it, and this is totally my opinion, but they do not have jurisdiction over the content creator. Chat is quiet today. Yes, it is. Okay. Yes, all of them, Facebook and etc. Yes, they are targeting everybody. They hit TikTok with a fine. I'm not sure how much. I didn't look that one up, but I heard that they find TikTok in some of the discussions that they were having in those videos in their workshop. the FTC workshop, they talked about TikTok in there, and they talked about Facebook, Twitter. They're looking at all of them. So it's not just it's not just YouTube. They're going to be they're already looking at all of them. They are trying to make a case with it. They want that money. Okay. All right. FTC and COPPA does have a section say they understand most videos are made and posted for all age groups. Yeah, they put that in the ruling in the rule change in 2013, but they did that part they left out of the complaint against YouTube, and I think that's why YouTube didn't put that in their new stuff, because they didn't have to. That is right. How can they find us if we don't have the technology to collect data from children under 14 years of age? And I think that's why they want to change the rules, because the way that is right now, that's what the rules say. And that's why we need to put in our 2 cents worth, so they can't go after that. Technically, right now, they can't go after that. If, like I said before, if they could, why didn't they go after those channels that they used as an example when they were doing the complaint against YouTube? Because they didn't have jurisdiction over them, and I think I would be 99.99% sure that that's what they're trying to push for in those rule changes, so they can do that. Whenever they did that, and that fish in a barrel video, that was the day that the ruling came out, that they were awarded that, and that. It's nothing but a press conference, and the guy's over there, beating his chest, saying, we won this, we got this from YouTube. Look at us, we're going after you. I think that was a threat by them, but like all press conferences, you can't believe what's going on in there, because they could say anything that they want, but they still have to go by the rules, and the rules state that they could only go after the website operator or the social media operator. I don't make $50 long, 50 millions. I want to stay at the Holiday Express. They stay. Oh, maybe not. There you go. If you don't run ads or make money on YouTube, will that affect the channel? It doesn't affect your channel, but you still have to put in that your channel is not directed at kids. I mean, if you're not making content for kids, then you still have to designate your channel as not for kids. If you have stuff on there for kids, if you have one video on there for kids, and that's only one video, you mark that one video for kids, and the rest of your channel is not for kids. What was in the settlement is that you have to, and that's why YouTube put it in there, you have to designate it yourself. And I think that's part of what they're going with the rule changes now, because they're making you as a creator to self-designate whether you're a kids channel or not kids channel. So if you make a mistake and have something on there about kids, and you mark it's not for kids, then you're at fault there. So that's what I got to say about that. You don't need the mixed okay, here we go. You don't need the mixed audience option. The COPPA law is pretty clear that kid director, not kid director, they consider middle ground or family friendly or kid ready content, not kid targeted. That's a big subject there. The biggest thing is you got to mark your videos and make sure that they're marked correctly. Okay, you're going to make a video for parents on how to make the cell phone safe. There you go. I ought to do that. Make the cell phones. They'll watch it and they'll say, "Oh, that's too much trouble, too complicated," like everything else. Okay, YouTube makes money off your videos even if you're not monetized. That's how they can get after you if you aren't monetized. Yes, they they put ads on your videos whether you like it or not. That's true. But can they really go after you? Can they really go after you if you mark it as not for kids, or if you mark something for kids? Okay, they're not going to put those ads on it. They're still going to put ads on it. They're just going to put a different kind of ad on it. It's not going to be directed at the viewing habits. It's going to be a generic ad on there. So it's not going to be a targeted ad. So, and there is a way on your YouTube channel, you go back into the settings in your monetization, where you can turn off targeted ads. I don't know if anybody's ever done that, but the option has always been there. And it tells you right there that, you know, if you check this off, you'll still have ads, but you won't make as much money off of it. And it's deep down into your monetization page. Yeah, my kids love Masha and the Bear, and that's one of the channels that they was looking at. Huh? Huh?
Move it to train.
Debbie just said something I didn't understand what she said. Okay.
Get on to the train.
Get on to the trains.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it that settlement mixed on it? I'm going through the comments right now. YouTube has admitted that part to us, and I think it was just the ad hype, the more videos and watch time. And the settlement mixed audience, I don't think mixed audience was in the settlement. It's in the rules, but it wasn't put in the settlement. What the settlement said was that the creators have to put in, yes, it's for kids, and no, it's not for kids. Okay. All right. If they lose money, you can bet more ads are coming. How else can they regain the loss? In the description, Sean, the vlog by Sean Michaels or something. He's the one that's got all the kids' channels on there. He actually talked to YouTube right after the settlement, and you can get a lot of clarity off of what he said in there. Okay. It's a shame that all this is happening. We spend more time trying to make heads and tails of this. We're getting away from the joy of model railroading. That's for sure. Go to another platform that has a general setting for your videos and live YouTube. No platform is safe. None of them are safe. Okay. I too have a Thomas. I converted to DC just to do it. You know, it's kind of hard to determine on stuff like that, even though Thomas the Train is for kids. If you're doing it on your model rail, you know, this is the touchy part right here. If you're doing it on your model railroad and you're putting in a decoder in it, you know, that's not really kids content. I bet the FTC got threatened with budget cuts, then they pulled this COPPA crap to make it look like they're neat. Yeah, that's how it usually goes. Okay, let's see. Here's Nancy Jones. Okay. Roy was talking about you a little while ago. I was hit by YouTube 14 of my videos were deemed made for kids, even though I marked my channel for kids, so I took them down, and now every one of my videos are now age restricted. They're age video made for kids, even though I marked my channel for kids. Okay, you marked your channel for kids. Okay, since you marked your channel for kids, then everything is going to be age restricted. Okay, so you're not going to have any monetization. Mark your channel not for kids, and mark those 14 videos that they thought were for kids, keep them as for kids, and you should be okay with the rest of your channel. Okay, so if I'm reading this right, you marked your channel for kids. The reason that it's age restricted is because it's marked for kids. Okay, go back and mark your channel not for kids and leave those 14 videos for kids and see what happens there. He may regret that fish in a barrel statement. I think so. A lot of people are making comments on that. I don't know if they'll do anything about it. Probably not. Okay, everyone, just post anything Thomas the Tank and Chugtown, we are safe. There you go. No Thomas the Train or anything like that. Keep away from the Legos. Although some Legos are pass, so you really can't tell. Nothing for kids is marked on my channel. Okay. So, okay, always they all. Okay, not gonna do that, huh? Well, yeah. Once the videos are marked by YouTube, that's the algorithm doing that. They're using their software to search through there and find videos that they may suspect is for kids. So they're protecting themselves. No, you're not going to be able to put not for kids, but you could still put your channel not for kids. Okay, here's a good one. I'm going to change my name to Why Are You Not for Kids? Okay, I got a question for you. Is it Why Are You Naked or Why Run Naked? It's probably Why Are You Naked? Okay, I just need to clear that up. Kid friendly, kid targeted, so they say do not put in the title channel name. Now there were creators that saying, that they're going to put, in their about section or in the description, not for kids. I think that, okay, here we go. I missed this one. All right. Thank you, Rick. I really appreciate it. Moving him on to oh, so that's why she was talking about trains. Okay, I did that from the start. Well, thank you, Rick. Okay. All right. Scott Eric Catalano, it is not if you watch ads, it's where the ads are going. That's correct. She said, move on to trains. Okay, I heard. I got it. I got it. Okay. Okay, so he's going to talk to a lawyer for me to see what they can do to help. The best I could say is, mark your channel as not for kids and leave those ones, that YouTube marked for kids, just leave them like they are. You can't do nothing about it. Uh-oh. Yes, I think so. Tom going to be in trouble with Debbie later. She was hollering at me. You heard it. Now you have cartoon and kids buzzwords. Yeah, there you go. Let them go through the comments and then go on to trains. There you go. Okay, that one just jumped. Okay. All right. There we go. Not for kids. Okay, so you did mark it not for kids. All right. Well, I'm still, yeah, was it really 5 minutes? I think why are you naked? Okay, all right, that answers it. Why are you, I'm getting up to, who's naked? Okay. The other guy, why are you naked? I want to know why I can't split screen your live with another app. I don't know. All I saw when she was talking to you was that 1,000-yard stare. Yes. I was talking about my sticker. Okay. All right. Wait a minute. Okay. Let me go on to this other one right here. Did I miss something here? Okay. Okay, Possum Bayou. Thank you for the sticker. Cool. Okay. I miss it because the page that I'm looking at, it doesn't show stickers on there. I have to look on the YouTube chat itself.
Maddie's on.
Maddie, oh, she says Maddie's on. Hi, Maddie. My granddaughter is on. Okay. So where's she at here? Hello, everyone, and happy Thanksgiving. Well, early Thanksgiving. Hi, Maddie. Say hello to your mom and everybody else there. We're talking about all these things that are going on with YouTube. Since you're 14 now, you're safe. Just mark your channel not for kids. That's all I got to say. I mark my channel not for pygmies and also not for ferrets. Okay, ferrets are allowed, but no mice. And no dogs in a train room. Mark isn't here tonight, so he can't say that. Yeah, getting more posts. We need hungry. Yeah, we're getting hungry. Yeah, do some more videos on baking, because we're getting hungry here. Okay, Dave, everybody. Have a great Thanksgiving. Okay, if there's no, I think I hit all the comments now. All right. It's an hour and 7 minutes already. Oh my goodness, I didn't realize it was that long. But anyway, send your comments in there. It's very important. That's all I'm going to say about it. And thank you, Wilmer, Captain Wilmer. You made up my mind. No more sweat on this. James says I'm having ham for Thanksgiving. I guess we're having turkey. We're going to Debbie's sister's house for Thanksgiving. Always has some good turkey and gravy and stuffing and mashed potatoes and sweet potatoes and all that good sweet potato pie and all that good stuff. So, the one thing about it is we don't have to cook. All right. Okay, see you, Dave. Thanks for stopping by. Okay, so please send in your comments. Now, let's get to, okay. All right, we got 54 watching and 25 thumbs up. So, smash that. Get that hammer out and smash my thumb and make it blue. Or smash your thumb and make it blue. So, we know that you hit that like button. But, okay, we're going to talk about model railroading stuff now. Now, in the past couple of streams, and I know somebody even said it on their live stream, that I should do Arduino live. And Dave, he's going, and I think you were one of them that said it, but Okay. James had an issue with his 3D printer. I'm glad to see you got it working. Okay, now the real show starts. So, this is what I wanted to ask you. If you want me to do an Arduino live session or multiple live sessions, what subject do you want me to cover? What kind of sketch do you want me to cover? You want me to go over what things that I already did in the regular ones? But so just let me know. Put it in the chat over there. And if you want me to do it, give me a thumbs up or just say yes in there. Yes, servos, yes, LEDs, yes, more complicated stuff. Okay. All right. Scott Eric Catalano, I plan on doing a Arduino clinic at my division, making signals. That sounds like a good topic there. So, Gobble Gobble says the turkey, but don't gobble way too much, lets you get fat. There you go. Thank you. I got to go shower. My face is starting to harden. Why, you ask? Just ask Sparky. Is that what? Didn't you put some junk in your hair? Okay, Arduino control turnouts with signal indicators. That's coming up. And by the way, I ordered the BXPA1, and I got an email on Saturday saying it was shipped. So that's coming out pretty soon. Okay, you come up with topics. Tell us what hardware to buy. Okay. So you're leaving it up to me, uh-huh. I just did that. Arduino using a relay shield with buttons and a Bachmann snap switch. All right. Do you have a video out on it? Did you say that in the earlier one? Okay. If you do a video on it so everybody can see it. Maybe all of us can learn something here. Okay. So I got one answer, well, two answers. Arduino controlled turnouts. Layman's terms for programming. Okay. I don't even know what the Arduino does. Hell, I can't even spell it. That's right. It's not Arduino. Arduino. It's Arduino. It's not Arduino. It's Arduino. Yeah. Okay. That's right. James says it's actually easy once you learn the basics. My Arduinos hold down the button of the trash can so I don't low over. I have no idea how to work. Yes, I did. Okay. Mainly recall to what I did. Okay, go to Scott Eric Calderano. Let me see, where is he at over here? Go to his channel and check out his video on Arduino. Okay, it's not on his channel. He did a video, but it's not up there. He got created playlist. Last to leave slime pit wins. Okay. Put it on YouTube. Ron says, my son says the same thing, but still goes over my head. So, okay, I'm going to have to do he has no content. Yeah, I just seen that. I just went there. Okay, so using IR sensors for crossing. Okay, I have to upload it. Okay, Scott says he has to upload it. Okay, here you are with that. One bite at a James. You gotta figure out a different joke here. The elephant one, eating an elephant and one bite at a time. That's getting old here. Let's come up with a different joke here. Okay, so. Okay, Rick Bailey. Do you need to learn code to do Arduino? No, you don't. You don't need to learn anything. You need to learn how to Google things, because most of the thing in YouTube is probably already out there somewhere. You just say Arduino IR sensor and you'll come up with 50 different sketches with Arduino IR sensors, and you could just copy and paste everything, or just do the entire sketch if that would help. No, you don't need to learn anything. There's some things in there that will help if, okay, where did he put that? Okay, it's coming up here. Start with the basics. What is it? What does it do? And what can it do for me? Okay, so good deal. NESR, how you doing? Hi everybody, hope you are all good. I'm good. I hope everybody else is good. There we go. I know a whole lot of nothing, so I will be a pro at this in no time. There you go. Hey, there's Ray Bobell. How you doing, Ray? Glad you could stop by. Woo-hoo, and Gaffa Haynes is in here too. Glad you stopped by. You missed all the fun with the COPPA and FTC stuff, so we're not talking about that anymore, but you can watch the replay or go down into the description. I got all the links on there of everything that I talked about, and there's a lot of good information in there. My biggest thing is go make a comment. Where is that? It's here someplace. I got that up there. Boom. All right. Go right here, regulations.gov, and put your comment in there so the FTC can get our point of view about what needs to be changed in their rules. That they need to know that. They need to know how we feel about it, because all they've been listening to is Child Advocacy Groups. Did I say that right? Advocacy. There you go. You know what I'm talking about. I can't say it. I will, but I'm done with the FTC. Okay. Okay. So, Arduino stuff. So, I'll start off with something easy. I won't do any of that tonight, but maybe we'll do that. Okay, now I got another question for you. Do you want me to do it on the Monday night stream, or do you want me to do a different stream for Arduino only? How many Arduinos does it take to do a grade crossing with flashing lights, crossing arms, and sensors? I did one with one Arduino. So it doesn't take much. You can control everything on there with one Arduino. Now I do have some projects where I use two Arduinos, but you have to consider that Arduino is a microcontroller and it can only do one thing at a time. So if you have multiple things for it to do, it has to wait for the instructions from one before it can go down to the next one. Okay. Okay, I've signed a petition that has over 100,000 signatures against the FTC decision. Okay, that was the other one, the petition. I have that petition in the link. I don't know if you could sign that more than once, or if you have different emails, you could sign it. Okay. So Sparky said Monday night stream, and Scott said Arduino only. Okay, so we'll have to take a vote on this. Let's do this democratically. We're 1-1. Okay. One for Monday night and one for Arduino only. So that's what we got so far. Okay. I seen something. Did I say DCC++ here? Okay. What about a DCC++ booster or a DIY DCC decoder for switch machine. That's a good subject there. I'll have to steal some information from Jeff Munza because he's got a lot of stuff on the decoder stuff. And I bought a decoder from Iowa Skilled Engineering, not a decoder, but Arduino Shield that is a decoder. Put it that way. Okay. Okay, they should be separate. One Arduino for crossing, one for switch control, one for signals. Yeah, if you're doing, doing multiple things, but I think what he was asking for is on the signal, on the crossing signal itself is how many do you need on there. And the one that I did, I only used one of them. Jeff Bunza did one. There's a lot of other people that did it. Now, what I plan on doing downstairs, I forgot. My goodness, sidetracked again. We got to get this thing up here. It's time for the module cam. Oh my goodness, look at that. We got the module cam up there. I got a couple of extra buildings up there and some track. So we're having some progress, but it's not going to be like that for long because we're going away for this week, and we're going away for Christmas too. So I only got about 3 weeks to work on that. So there was the module cam. I got it before anybody asked about it. Yeah, keep voting. Just a simple grade crossing. Okay. One night for your layout and buildings, the other night for Arduino. Okay, Adrian. Okay, thank you. Arduino night. There we go. Keep voting. All right, there we go. I'll have to go back and count all these when we're finished. There we go. I knew this had to come up at some times. How many Arduinos does it take to screw in a light bulb? I don't know. But there it is right there. Good thing he ain't naked. Okay, Arduino only in, videos on the other stuff. Okay, all right, so we got quite a few answers here. Now, before we go any further, what did Tom and Debbie do this weekend? I'm glad you asked that. Arduino wins, there you go. I forgot what you called the module cam, or I would have asked. Okay, you could say the camera in the living room. Just no COPPA with Arduino, that's for sure. I won't do any more COPPA stuff unless they come up with some other stuff that you need to hear. Simple use for kids to change the light bulb. There you go. That's what we had to do before there was remotes. We had to use our kids to change the channel on the TV. Now that goes back a ways. Okay, but glad you asked what did we do this weekend? Well, let me tell you what we did. We went to the east coast of Florida. There was a couple of things going on there. And since in Southwest Florida, there's no train tracks down here. I mean, we got to go, what is it, about 6, 7, maybe 8 miles before we see train tracks. But there hasn't been a train on those tracks because they just took the crossbucks off. Not the crossbuck is still up, but the arms, they just removed those from the thing. So I think they're getting ready to sunset all that in Bonita Springs. So, yeah, what is Arduino? Okay. I'll tell you that in a minute as soon as I get through this one thing right here. There we go. I got rid of my kids. I'm not waiting for cops to kick in my front door. Yeah, the good old days when I was Dad's remote and beer getter. There you go. That's, yeah, they said a long way back. Yep. Uh-oh. You might better ask the boss if you can have another night for live stream. Did you hear that, Debbie? She's not listening. She's the boss, so I got to ask her. Can I have another night of live streaming? She's not paying attention.
I heard it.
Oh, you heard that?
Yes, I am.
Okay, the child approved the house, but the kids keep coming back in. You know, we moved, but the kids found out where we moved to. I had to say that. I had that joke for a long time. Okay, but what did we do this weekend? Okay, we went to a swap meet. Yeah, Debbie was asleep. So, here it is. Now, I started in about 30 seconds because I didn't want you to see, you know, the train from a mile away. So, this is Deerfield Beach. She said she wasn't asleep. Okay, there we go. Try rail. That's the only time I can do any rail fanning is when I go over on the East Coast or maybe up in Orlando because the railroad runs not too far from Debbie's sister's house. Yeah, there you go. We only had 2 channels, so it was an easy gig. I think when I was a kid, we had 3 channels. We had 4 channels. ABC, CBS, NBC, and PBS. We had Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood out of Pittsburgh, so he was local. Okay, the boss has spoken. Okay, that's one of the places we went to. They have a museum there in the station itself, and we went in to see that. Okay, love it. Amtrak doesn't operate that, do they? I don't. Is that Amtrak? No, I think that's Florida East Coast there. I think those are Amtrak tracks because it goes all the way down to Miami. 4 channels. Okay, okay, that's the one. But then after that, we went down to the let me see. Harvest Festival in Miami. It was at the State Fairgrounds, and I didn't even know about it until a fellow YouTuber told me about it. He was having a live stream when he was setting up the layout there. I don't know if you know Tolga East Coast. He's a young college kid. He does a lot of rail fanning, and he does, what else do he do? Lego. And he was doing a video this week and chimed in on there, and he said he was setting it up. So this is Echoes East Coast HO Exhibitor Society, Miami, Florida. They were at the fairgrounds in Miami. So that's another thing that we did. Okay. Don't forget the foil, 1 or 2 more. Yeah, we always had to put foil on the rabbit ears. Tom Hanks is related to Fred Rutter's 6 cousins, they said. Yeah, both of them are for Pittsburgh. Okay. Dave, anybody need N-scale Cotto Metro trains? Moved to Arizona, no commuter rail here. There you go. Yeah, Tolga does a lot of rail fanning. He had a nice stream on, yeah. In fact, when we was on our way down, he did a live stream. He actually did a live stream on, what day was it? Oh, here I am. He actually did a live stream on, I think, Thursday and Friday. And then, so, here's the next thing. Now, I got Debbie a new camera, and so here is her camera. Here's her taking the video. They do a lot of good work. I think this whole thing was like 40 by 30 feet.
Yep. What railroad is it? HLC, it's a leasing company. Oh, okay. Yeah.
I always thought it was U.S. sugar.
Yeah, those are, real set. Yeah, that's Dylan. He's taken anything he'll find, he's going to make it strappable. Put it over. I'm going to real set.
Okay, we're down to the end of that clip. I think Debbie's camera takes a pretty good video. I got her that. Now, actually, is that the first time you used it? Yeah, that's the first time you used it on trains. We had to go out and practice a little bit. We went to Fort Myers Beach a couple of weeks ago and practiced with it. We were too poor to get Pong. Where did I see it? I had Pong on my TV growing up. I had Pong in my TV growing up. No Atari, Nintendo, etc. I remember when I was in the Air Force. It was 1971 in the bowling alley in Laughlin Air Force Base in Del Rio, Texas. They had, I think it was the first video game there. I'm not sure what was on it, because we weren't interested in that stuff back then, but they had one there. Yeah, no wireless then. Woo! Good Lord. All right. Great video. You trained her well. She does good work on the video. Tell her thank you. I'm telling her thank you. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you for that great video.
You're welcome.
Okay. There we go. Now, let's talk about train shows. We got a train show coming up December 7th, Robert Sacco's place. And before I get to that, I saw this up here, and I wanted to get this up here. Art, I went to Gold Coast Railroad Museum in Miami last week. We plan on going down there. In fact, I don't think it was that far from where we was at the Harvest Festival. But we plan on going down there sometime on the weekend. I was told it's better to go on the weekend than in the week because they got more things going on there. During the week, there not too much going on there. But how was it when you were there? Okay. Yeah, we had actual reality, not VR. There you go. Only wireless was transistor radio. I remember the first, and I wouldn't say it was a transistor radio. It still had tubes in it, but it was the first portable radio. And it was wrapped in leather. It was a Philco. And it had this big battery. I remember we used to go up to Connecticut all the time, and my dad took it up, and we had it out on the beach listening to the radio. But it had a big battery. It looked like an oversized 9-volt battery. It was 67.5 volts. That was a big battery. But it looked just like a 9-volt battery. It had one of those big things that you plug in, the two things up on the top. Okay, Pensacola has has a show on December 7th and 8th at the Greater Gulf States Fairground. Okay, thank you, Possum Bayou, for that information. If anybody else has any more information, put it in the chat and we'll make sure it gets up on here. Okay, so Robert Sacco, Suncoast Model Railroad Club, December 7th, and then the week of December, I know we're going up on the 13th at the Villages, but I think they have a week-long event. I'm not exactly sure what the days are, but it is something like 12, 13, 14, 15, maybe like that. But we're going up to the Villages. They're having nothing but trains, and more trains at the Villages on December the 13th. Tampa has a train show December 22nd. I think we're going to miss that. And let me see. There we got that. Pensacola. Yeah, we're going to be going to Maryland. We missed the one in Timonium. It was last month, so I know Ray, are you still here? You went to that one. I missed those. I always liked going to that when I lived up there. Okay, so even small towns had a TV and radio repair shop. Yeah, in fact, we took some pictures of it, and they're getting ready to sell it right now. But on Ritchie Highway in, I wouldn't call it Severna Park. It's between Severna Park and Glen Burnie. But it's an old house, TV, VCR repair. The next time, if I rent, Debbie, remind me that. Okay, Ray, you might know where this is on Ritchie Highway if you ever come down that way. But there, TV and VCR repair shop, right where Route 2, they put the new Route 2 thing in there. But yeah, they still had one, but I think it's getting ready to be tore down. Okay, so we got one. Okay, wait a minute. Now, let me see. I don't want to miss this one. Okay, boom. Train show on Pennsylvania, Ohio Valley Lines Model Railroad Club, Beaver County Model Railroad Club, each weekend now through New Year's. Okay, we was just up that way when we was in Beaver County. That's where my mom was born. When we went up after seeing DJ and Jeanette, we went up to Ohio, so we passed there. We're gonna have to hit that place sometime. I hope they have it next time we're up that way. Okay, now train show. That's the one I got. Boom, 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 boom. Here's another one right here. Georgia, we have a pilgrimage for train layouts every October and November. It consists of all private home railroads, and they open their doors to all visitors on weekends. That's a good thing to do. I wish there was more model railroaders down here. I mean, these people, they come down here and want to play golf. I can't, I don't know why. They just want to go and chase that little ball around. Okay. Used to jump on BMX and say, "See ya, Mom, be back for dinner." Yeah, my mom says, "Make sure you're back from dinner." And then when I cut to dinner, go back outside. And she said, "Come back when the street lights are on." Okay, Ray, yeah, you're still here. Okay. Now, you was at the Timonium Fairgrounds. I know you talked about it. I really missed that. I used to live up there for 20 years, and that was the highlight of going to the train show up there. But one of these days, I'll get up there when they have the train show. Oklahoma City Train Show, December 7th and 8th. Okay. All right, the museum is great. The museum itself may be closed while they do the Polar Express train over the holidays. Oh, I don't want to go to the Polar Express. I don't, because I got to take videos, and then that's going to be a kid's video. Oh man, I can't do that. All right, maybe I'll wait till after the holidays. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, small TV and radio repair. Now when something breaks, you take it back and they give you the next model. Everything is disposable. That's for sure. Okay. I think the FCSME is opening this weekend in Westminster, Maryland. All right. My brother brought me a pocket transistor radio in Japan on layover to his first Vietnam deployment as a Ranger advisor in 1961. Shipped it to me. I still have it. Big tuner dial. I still have that. That would be amazing to still have. I wish I had that radio that my dad had, that portable radio, the Philco. We also had one in the dining room. It was a big console. You know, it was about 5 foot high, and it had the big tuner on it, and a big, maybe 15-inch speaker in there. Okay, Black Mountain Station, a few years from now, we will say, remember when we had males and females? Yeah, it's getting bad. All right, Will Kling, how you doing? Glad to see you here. Nashville, Tennessee, December 14th has a great train show. All right, thank you for that, Will. Thanks for the OKC train show, Oklahoma City. Is that what you're talking about? I live here and forgot it nearly every year. Grew up before BMX had a 20-inch made into a Stingray banana seat. Oh my goodness, the banana seats. Don't remind me of those things. Okay, so one more train show, and I can't forget this. Here it is. And what am I going to be talking about? Okay, Sparky, before you leave, he says Debbie is on her own. Strasbourg, May 16th and 17th. Everybody going up there on the 15th. See you later, Sparky. And don't forget to go to Strasbourg. Here's what it looks like. This is the train station right there in Strasbourg. May 16th, 17th. Everybody going up to the Red Moose Motel on the 15th. All right, so don't forget Strasbourg. I still have the big old wooden case Philco radio my dad and I used to listen to baseball on Yankees and the Cubs. Yeah, we had one of that, and I remember we dumped that out at the dump when I was a kid. And where did I see? Okay. There you go. Sign up for Sparky's video if you plan on going, so he knows how many people are going to be there. He has a video, so sign up on the video so he knows who's going to be there, so he can make some arrangements for some special accommodations, like maybe a private train rides after hour. So thanks, Sparky. We'll see you the next time. Oh, yeah. Remember when a sissy bar was part of your bicycle? I was too old for it, but I remember that. I think my kids had that. We didn't have anything. We did. I think when I was a kid, we just had the 3-speeds just came out. They called them English racers then, and I ended up having one of those. But anyway. Okay, Ray, thanks for stopping by. Glad you could make it. I'm getting ready to wrap this thing up. Well, I have to do it legally here. All right. Thank you, Sparky, for the super chat. Let's get this thing up here before he leaves. All right. Oops, wrong one. This one right here. Okay. Good night, model railroaders. Thank you, Tom. Great night. Hang out. Okay. You got to see this. All right. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Okay, here we go. Here's one. The Model Railroad Club that I belong to, Ben Track, will have a large model N-scale layout set up at the B&O Museum for 216 through 229 Berry. Is which B&O museum? Are you talking about the one in Baltimore? Or is there another one? Band Track. I know we was at the B&O Museum in Baltimore 2 years ago. Maybe we'll head up there again this year when we're up there. Last year, or 2 years ago when we was up there, it was really cold. But they had some, how many layouts? About 3 or 4 layouts up there. They had G scale, O scale. They had an N scale. Was that, if that's the same one? I'm not sure, but okay. LT Bro YT6A. Okay. Been fun, Tom. Thank you, Debbie, for putting up with us. Yeah, she takes a lot of heat, especially from me. Okay, Baltimore. All right. Maybe I'll see you up there. What's your name? LT Bro YT6A. Maybe we'll head up that way while we're in Maryland. We're going to be staying in Arnold. Smash that like button. Yes. Make that thumb blue. Hit that thing with a hammer and make it blue. So we're going to end this thing. Next stream is going to be December the 2nd. I'm going to have to look at all the comments in here to figure out if I should do it on a Monday night and ask Debbie's permission if I could do a second live stream to do it on a different night. All right, Brad Anderson, thank you. Great show. Thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate all you coming by. We're going to be doing it again December 2nd. If I do any videos over the holidays or anything like that, it's going to be all the videos of when we traveled, because I still got about 6 videos from our vacation that I haven't put out yet, that I still need to do. So I got to get around to doing that. I got crap on my table over here. Like I showed you last time, I had a lot of stuff come in the mail, and that's projects that I got to work on. So that will be coming up sometime. I don't know when. Maybe after the first of the year, because nothing's going to happen this week because we got to go to Fort Myers tomorrow. Debbie is getting a series of 5 shots in her knee. James, have you ever gone through that with the, if you're still here, she's getting Rooster something, but the cortisone wasn't working in her knee, and so they're doing 5 shots. They got to do it in the x-ray room, and hopefully that's going to help out where she could start walking better. Okay, got to put the wee ones to bed. Keep him in line. We're going to head out. Let me get this last thing up here. I want to thank everybody for stopping by. Thank you all for the super chat. And I didn't thank, I think I thanked you last week, but everybody that gave me the super chat last week, thank you very much. There was even somebody that sent money by way of PayPal. So thank you very much. Nancy Jones, have a great night all, and have safe, happy Thanksgiving. I say the same thing. Have a happy Thanksgiving. And if you're on the road, drive carefully, because I'm going to be on the road too. I don't want to run into you. Yeah, she keeps kicking my butt. That's for sure. Okay. So let me end this thing right here. So until, okay. Let me read this first. I'm setting up a side trip to the Wilmington and Western Railroad during the Met at Strasbourg next May. Okay, good deal. So maybe we'll get to see you there too. Okay. So, okay. Let me get back on track here. So until the next time, we'll see you, and enjoy the music.